Yo, what's going on, guys? What's up, YouTube? How you guys doing? Trying to get my hair right. I had this haircut like a few weeks ago on set, and it's growing in. It's supposed to look like the 1930s. It's a period show, but it's growing in. A little more happy with it now. A few weeks ago, I did not like it. Hope you guys are doing good. Just on a walk right here through Hollywood. Kind of have a limp right now. So if the camera's a little shaky, because I'm limping. I ran after this fucking little dog the other day, and then I saw there's a car following it, so I assumed it was theirs, but holding my Achilles tendon a little bit. I hope you guys are having a good day. Happy Sunday. Just getting a little fresh air. So I saw the movie Mickey 17 last night with my manager. He took me out to a birthday dinner, got some sushi, and then he took me to go see Mickey 17 at the famous Chinese theater in Hollywood. But yeah, cool movie. I really liked it. It was Bong Joon-ho, and to be honest, I haven't seen many of his movies, but I really liked Mickey 17. I thought it was good. It's definitely weird, but yeah, I liked it. It was a lot of commentary about the world now. Mark Ruffalo plays kind of a Donald Trump type character, kind of a mixture like Donald Trump and Elon Musk. I don't want to give too much away, but he's really funny in it. Robert Pattinson's phenomenal. Like, what a good actor. Big Robert Pattinson fan now. Yeah, I think since I saw Batman, it turned me on to Pattinson. And then my brother made me watch The Lighthouse, which he's very good in that. Him and Willem Dafoe. Another weird movie. Yeah, no, Robert Pattinson's fantastic. It's very, very good. But yeah, he's good in Mickey 17. I definitely recommend it. It's like a weird, quirky sci-fi. But yeah, like a lot of good commentary. Like kind of Bong Joon-ho's thing, which I haven't seen many of his movies, but I've heard it's a lot about classism and economic struggle, which Mickey 17 is definitely about. A lot of commentary on like debt and how the corporate world kind of looks at you as a expendable person. Doesn't really care about you personally, Hello, I'm Sebastian. What's up, Sebastian? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Where are you from, Sebastian?
I'm looking for.
Yeah, right now I'm just walking around Hollywood. I live down the street, so just going like a little walk right now. Got some tour buses here. Really nice day today, so it's beautiful out. Nice temperature. It's not too warm, not too cold. I'm wearing just like a little long sleeve shirt, but it's not like super cold either. So yes, it's nice weather. Right, here's like a family store in Hollywood. This is the supply sergeant. Been around for a long time. If you ever seen the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, they show this for sure. It's an Army surplus store. So that's inside of it. Yeah, let's walk inside. Let's look around. I've actually never been in here. They got camo clothes. A lot of different camo. All is fake. Wow. What's up, Real Fun Games? And your dick. Don't know what that means, Sebastian, but yeah, what's up, Real Fun Games? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Oh, look at that. Booty camp. It's funny. So that's the supply sergeant. Never actually been in there. Yo, what's up, EDM? How you doing? Oh man, 40X would be fun. I saw it in IMAX. I saw it at the Chinese theater last night. I really liked it. It was good. Yeah, Sebastian, I'm doing good. I'm doing okay. How are you? It's been a tough couple weeks, not gonna lie, but doing good, you know. Another day, beautiful day outside. Got an audition. Probably taping it tonight or tomorrow. It's actually for a student thesis film, and it's a SAG student thesis film. It seems cool. It's like a horror short, like 20-minute long horror short. Yeah, EDM. I really like Mickey 17. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm not gonna give too much away because I know a lot of people haven't seen it yet, including you. What's up, Emsley Grace? How you doing? Welcome. But no, I really liked it. Like the cinematography was gorgeous. Special effects were like incredible. Like the visual effects were incredible. Robert Pattinson's really, really good. He's an incredible actor. Like the effects they did with like the multiple versions of him, you know, are really, really cool. Like all that stuff. You know, it's not given too much. Like all that's in the trailers, so I don't want to give too much away though. And Mark Ruffalo is good. His performance is very good. It's funny. The whole cast is good. I'm not sure who some of the other actors were. I have to look up their names, but they're really, really good. There's a big TV in your house. Yeah, I don't have a huge TV, but I have like a decent sized TV. It's like a 44-inch flat screen, which isn't that big for TVs these days, but you know, I'm like a 90s baby, so that's a big TV for me. Like I grew up, you know, with little tube TVs, so thankfully these days, flat screen TV isn't that expensive. So you can get a pretty nice TV for like a few $100s here. Recommend Bong Joon-ho's The Host. Korean horror films are so beyond Hollywood. Yeah, I need to see more of his movies. I've seen most of Snowpiercer like a long time ago. It was when I was first dating my girlfriend, and we were watching it, and then we like got distracted and wanted to go out, so we went out somewhere and never finished it. But I thought it was really good though. What I saw, I need to go back and watch Snowpiercer. Yeah, Mickey 17 is good. It's like not so much a horror. It's kind of more of like a sci-fi dark comedy. But I really liked it. I like the cinematography. I like the themes. I thought the themes were cool. Why are you in Hollywood? Oh, Sebastian, I am a stuntman, also an actor. Been living out here for about 4 years. Originally from Atlanta, Georgia, and I worked in the film industry in Atlanta, Georgia for about 10 years before I moved out here. And I still go back to Atlanta sometimes for work. I was there last year for Stranger Things, which I worked on the first few seasons of Stranger Things in Atlanta years ago. I was actually Steve's double the first couple of seasons. But yeah, my girlfriend moved out here 2018. I used to come out here just to visit, started picking up some work out here, and then in 2021, I decided to move out here. I felt it was time to come out here and see how I could do out here. So far it's been cool. I've gotten some cool work on some movies out here, doing stunts mainly. A little bit of acting. I did some acting out here a while ago, but a lot of auditioning. If you're acting out here and you're rep by an agent, you are auditioning like crazy usually if you have a good agent. And 99 out of 100 auditions you get told no, but it's always good practice, and that just comes with the job. And you always get better the more you audition, and just wait around for that role that works out. And I have an audition that I'm taping tonight, and it seems like a cool part. Really into it, so let's see. Anytime I get a chance to audition, though, I always try to enjoy it and just have fun with the creative process. But my main deal, though, is stunts, Sebastian. I'm a stuntman. I'm a stunt driver. Been doing stunts for about 15 years now. Toni Collette is one of the most brilliant actresses. Got Oscar nomination for The Sixth Sense, a rare, surprising horror thriller performance to Oscar nom. His wife, political partner. Oh yeah, she's really good. Toni Collette's really, really good. She's funny too. They're both the two of them are like wild together in the movie. They are really wild. They're you're gonna like the movie a lot, Edium. From the trailer, Ruffalo seems to still be channeling his Poor Things performance. You know what, Edium? I haven't seen Poor Things. That was one that kind of slipped by me too last year. I heard like some of my friends, they saw it. They said it was weird, but they liked it. Yeah, I didn't see Poor Things though when it came out last year. But yeah, his performance, like, I think it was kind of like a mixture of like definitely Donald Trump inspired, like a bit of Elon Musk in there too. I think. Definitely think I don't know about like maybe a little Elon Musk, like, because they filmed this a few years ago. Like, I think 2 years ago they filmed it, so Musk wasn't quite in the news, as much as he is now, but he was in the news, so he probably got a little inspiration from him too. There's a lot of Trump though, a lot of Donald Trump though in Ruffalo's performance. It's funny. Yeah, right now I'm walking by the Scientology building. Not a Scientologist, but they own a lot of buildings around here in Hollywood. Put the curtains down, over here. See, look, L. Ron Hubbard. Ronald Hubbard. Los problemas de trabajo. Made $19 million this weekend. That's not bad. That's not bad for like a art house sci-fi movie. Do you know what the budget is, Edium? I have no idea what they spent on it. I hope it does well, though. I hope it does really well. I liked it. Very original. Definitely not your typical studio Hollywood movie. The audience, though, when I was there, they liked it. People clapped at the end. Chinese theater wasn't a huge crowd. There's like the theater we looked at Century City Mall that was almost sold out for the 10 p.m. screening last night. And then the Chinese theater, there's a lot of seats open, so we went to the Chinese theater. But people really liked the movie, it got a big applause, I think. Some say the studio cut their losses. They were trying to be like A24 and get into the auteur business. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, they probably spent a good amount on it with the special effects. It's not like Blade Runner budget, like 200 million. Like if I were to guess, I'd say like 50 million. That'd be like the guess for me, because it's like mainly one location, on the spaceship and stuff, and then on the planet. And like the planet they're on, it's a lot of snow, which that costs money to make, but it's pretty simple. It's not like really complicated sets and cities and stuff. It's just snow planet. So that definitely helped them with the budget for sure. 118. Oh damn, 118 million. That's crazy. It's way more than I thought it was. Damn. Yeah, hopefully we'll get like a bit of a push after opening weekend. I liked it a lot. There's not too much out right now either, competing with it. All right, let me show you guys what's going on in Hollywood. This is the intersection of Hollywood and Highland, one of the busiest intersections out here in LA. See, it's tourist central. Got a lot of tourists, a lot of people from around the world out here. I'm gonna check things out. Have you heard how Nora cost $6 million and spent $18 million just in Oscars campaign? Yeah, I have heard that, EDM. That's crazy. Really crazy. Yeah, with the Nora, I actually saw online, because there's a Facebook group. It's really, really big. It's called Crew Stories on Facebook, and it's the biggest Facebook group for film crew. There's like hundreds of thousands of people on it, but some crew people were upset with Nora because they're like, oh, they spent 18 million on the campaign. They only spent 6 on the movie, and they're like, oh, they should have paid the crews better. And apparently there's some union drama on Nora too. They're talking about like it got they flipped it union, and apparently Sean Baker was upset about it because it costs more money and all this stuff. But yeah, the people complaining about it, though, they're like, oh, I love the movie. Like people had nothing but good things to say about the movie. And Sean Baker as a director, but they felt some type of way about that for sure. Understandably, got to pay your bills at the end of the day, so I understand why people are upset about that for sure. So yeah, this is the busiest part of the boulevard right here. Over there we have the Disney Theater, El Capitan. Cool theater. I'm going to go over here into this mall and go hang out in the mall over here. It's a nice little mall to hang out in. Maybe I'll get a coffee or something. One of the narratives is how to compare Mickey 17 box office versus a bigger budget film that is streaming only. Except Amazon theatrical releasing Red 1 made 100 million. Apple's employing 200 million. Yeah, that is true. That is true. It's hard to track the earnings for streaming only because the studios keep it pretty under wraps, and it's like different because it's like they have to see how many subscribers signed on and how many subscribers watch the film, and like how that retains business for subscribers versus like paid tickets. Um, I think like a lot of studios should do both because like they get a lot of money from physical ticket sales, and then it's good to promote movies in the theaters. Like, I don't know, it's a better experience. I feel like the movie's going to do better in the long run having theatrical release because people remember it for that saw it in the theaters. They remember that theatrical experience, the big screen, seeing with the crowd. Then when they see it later on streaming, they remember that first experience in the theaters. Big difference in perception. So yeah, I'm here in the mall over here, and gonna hang out here for a minute. Kind of hurt I hurt my foot a couple days ago, running after this like little dog that I think their owners were on a car chasing after it, so I let it go. But I chased after this dog trying to get it the other day. Luke Oakley, hey Max, how's it hanging? Great to see you. Yo, great to see you too, Luke. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for watching, Luke. Appreciate you. Yeah, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Nora being the underdog, and with the Brutalist having AI backlash, really Perez controversy, Nora avoided bad press / backlash. Yeah, it did. It did for sure. It definitely could have come close to getting backlash based on some of the stuff I saw on Crew Stories. Like, that would have been really, really easy for Variety or Deadline to pick that story up. Be like, oh, Crew mad over pay on Nora. Sean Baker gets upset when they flip Union. Like, that's all very good good headlines, So they got lucky avoiding that for sure. So you're at the Ovation Hollywood. We'll get some coffee from over here. What should I get? Maybe we'll get a smoothie. Hey. Hey, how you doing? Can I get the Castaway smoothie? Small. That'll be it.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you. So I'm getting this smoothie right here. Strawberries, bananas, organic agave, almond milk. Sounds pretty good. Netflix June, December 24th data. Mariela Perez got 1.5 million streams. The 3-year-old Power of the Dog got 300,000 views during the same period. Oh, wow. That's interesting. That is interesting. Yeah, it's such a crazy time right now with the streaming and how it's changing everything. Oh man, I should have gotten this movie. Jungle Cruise. I was in the movie Jungle Cruise. The movie with The Rock and Emily Blunt. I was in that. One of a good time. Cool movie too. I really like that movie. It's a fun one. Oh yeah, these are all movie names. I like that. Castaway, Tropic Thunder, Jungle Cruise. I should have gotten Jungle Cruise. So I was actually in that movie. Tropic Thunder is a good one though. I was showing my friend Tropic Thunder. She had never seen it the other day. That's a classic uh, movie comedy about making movies. Tropic Thunder, so good, such a good one. Yeah, we're at the Cafe de Leche. Cafe de Leche. Yeah, hope you guys are doing good. Hope you're enjoying your day. Mickey 17 Oscar campaign. From the trailer, think visual effects, cinematography, sound, production design, maybe score, editing. Absolutely. Visual effects, 100%. Visual effects were pretty incredible. I could see a push for Pattinson as best actor. He's really, really, really good in it, and it's a very creative performance. And really, like his last, like that between this Lighthouse, it's very out of his typical range. He's like playing a really different character than himself. And he did a great job in Mickey 17. I could see a push for him for best actor for sure. Cinematography, yeah. Sound, yeah. Production design. I don't know about score, maybe. Cinematography, yeah, for sure. And sound and production design, absolutely. Maybe editing. Yeah, with like some of the editing with the doubles and stuff was really good without giving too much away. Will Mickey 17 go drama or comedy at the Globes? Good question. Probably comedy. I think it's more funny than drama. It's like a dark comedy. Like it's a lot of comedic moments, but a lot of like shocking moments where you're like, oh, like, and it gets to you. But it's like a good dark comedy. It's like kind of a mixture of drama and comedy, and then the comedy is like dark comedy where it's like you feel uncomfortable laughing about it. But yeah, it was a good one though. I really liked it. Definitely see it in IMAX if you get a chance to. Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder is one of his greatest, up there with Born on 4th of July. Magnolia comedy gets no respect. Yeah. Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder is hilarious. I will royally fuck you up. It's funny. I will go scorched earth on you, motherfucking. Like I forget his whole speech. It's so good. I'm talking scorched earth. Pattinson deserved Oscar nod for The Lighthouse and The Rover. Yeah, I agree. I haven't seen The Rover, but Lighthouse for sure. He's really, really good in Lighthouse. Like really, really good. He's fantastic in it. Yeah, no, I'd say this performance is up there with Lighthouse for sure. Absolutely. He's a really good actor. Really, really good. I hope he gets more stuff. I really like seeing him. He's like one of my it's probably one of my favorite actors to watch right now, to be honest. I really like him. I like Austin Butler. I like Jesse Plemons. Who else? I like Damson Idris. As far as like male actors, women, there's a lot more women too. I like uh, Jennifer Lawrence, Lupita Nyong'o, like Letitia Wright, Viola Davis, Emma Stone, big Emma Stone fan. Kirsten Dunst, like Kirsten Dunst. There you go, got my smoothie. That's good. Love Tropic Thunder. Us Oscar stat nerds went crazy over Downies. Never go full retard. I know, right? So funny. Oh. Where should I sit? Funny enough, too, I showed my friend Tropic Thunder, who had never seen it, and she showed me, and you're gonna think I'm crazy. I never saw Forrest Gump until like a month ago, and I really like Forrest Gump. It's an amazing movie. Yeah, it's one of those movies like when it came out. I don't think my parents liked it, so they never bought it. So I never really watched it as a kid. Um, but yeah, it was like, oh yeah, like Forrest Gump. It's like totally parodying that, like never go full retard. Good movie though. I like Forrest Gump. I see why it's a classic. Very very good. Very very good. Tom Hanks is great in it. Lieutenant Dan, ice cream. Yeah, the scene where like Bubba dies in Vietnam, that was like so sad. Broke my heart. See, I'm just drinking my smoothie here at Innovation Hollywood, this outdoor mall. Really nice spot to hang out here in Hollywood. Here. You see, it's pretty crowded. A lot of people here. But how are you guys doing? You guys having a good Sunday? You having a good Sunday, EDM? When are you going to go see Mickey 17? Do you have any plans to go see it? Oh yeah, I had another audition Friday for a commercial. I got it at 10 in the morning on Friday, and got an email from my agent saying I have this audition. It's for a Geico commercial, and they want people with motorcycle licenses, which I have a motorcycle license. I don't own a motorcycle though. And then they're like, oh, requires footage on a motorcycle, which I don't have. And it was due that same day by 5 p.m., 7 p.m. at the latest. So only really had six or so hours to get it done by 5, and then like 8 hours to get it done by 7. And hit up a few people I knew that have motorcycles. They're all busy. Some of them are working. I wasn't working Friday because I got laid off from my job recently at Porsche. But a friend of mine, an actor friend and a stunt woman friend, they have Suron electric motorcycles. So I filmed some stuff on an electric bike, and I put music over it so you can't tell it's an electric bike. And send that in with my audition. And then I also had to tape the audition. Luckily, it was pretty easy, no dialogue. It was just a commercial audition. But I had to do all that same day during work hours, which is crazy. Commercial auditions are no joke. They'll be like, hey, can you come in today at 2? And you'll get it at like 10 in the morning. So if you're not working, you're fine. But if you are working, you're screwed. And a lot of times they'll reschedule, or they'll be like, oh yeah, do a tape by tonight. But it can be tough doing commercial auditions, though, for sure. Patterson in Good Times is when I first started following his acting choices. A young Ryan Gosling picking good directors and delivering good parts. Gosling and Lars and The Real Girls deserve Oscar nom. I haven't seen Lars and the Real Girls. It looks weird. It looks really weird. I never saw that, but I love Gosling though. Um, I really love The Place Between the Pines. Uh, love Drive. Um, love Blade Runner. Blade Runner 2042 is really good. Um, you want Oscar film nerds battle? Just mention 1994 Forrest Gump versus Pulp Fiction and Shawshank Redemption Oscar race. Oh yeah, I know, right? Those are all fantastic movies. I know Forrest Gump won too. I think, right? Or was it Shawshank? No, it was Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump won. Um, planning on Mickey 17 and 40X Wednesday. The latest. Sucks when the 40X IMAX Dolby only get one a week. Novocaine takes Mickey 17 40X screens starting Thursday. Oh, nice. Yeah, no, 40X would be cool for Mickey 17. There's a lot of like cool, loud moments in Mickey 17 for sure. That would be fun in 40X. A lot of like loud, like surprise you, kind of like you know what I mean. Steven Yeun, I forgot to mention Steven Yeun in Mickey 17. He's really good too. He plays like a really like not a likable guy, which is very outside his casting too. He usually plays like the good dude that people love, like Glenn on Walking Dead. People love him. But yeah, he's good. Yeah, seeing him play like not a likable character was cool. Go around the mall a little bit. Show you guys what's going on here. Did you hear how Tom Cruise is furious at IMAX for only giving the latest Mission Impossible only 1 week in IMAX for Oppenheimer and all IMAX screens? Yeah, I did hear that, which is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy that they can't run two IMAX movies at the same time, but I guess the film reels take up too much space, right? They can't switch them out fast in the storage. It's hard to store them. I don't see why they can't alternate weeks, though. Or it's tough, though, because, it's all about the opening week. And they can't really be like, all right, Showtime this. Is this one IMAX movie the next? Because I think IMAX takes a long, long time for them to switch out the films. Yeah, speaking of Mickey 17, this is where I saw it last night. Saw it right over here in the Chinese theater. Mickey 17. Oh, they're playing Nora. I need to go see it. Queen of the Ring, The Monkey, Last Breath. Rumored Cruise fought against the upcoming Mission Impossible being shot in IMAX. Oh, really? That's interesting. Why would he fight against it? Just like to save cost, or so he wouldn't have to deal with it's like an IMAX and it gets pushed out. So I guess if it's not shot in IMAX, they don't have to change out the IMAX reels. It's like just a digital projector maybe for an IMAX screen. So I guess if it's shot in IMAX, it has to be IMAX film, which takes forever to change out. But if you're projecting it in IMAX format, it's probably not as inconvenient to do that. It's interesting. I wonder if it was like that bad experience he had with the last one. They played a trailer for the new Mission Impossible at Mickey 17. It looks really cool. It looks better than the last. Like I didn't really like the last one too much. It was all right. I felt like they kind of blew their budget on that big motorcycle parachute, like base jumping stunt Tom Cruise did, which was an amazing stunt. Like it was really cool. But other than that, the action scenes were kind of lacking. But this next one looks like it's going to be more action. Which, if you're watching Mission Impossible, you know you want more action for sure. What is this? Peach Riot. You guys know what Peach Riot is? Peach Riot. Pop Mart. Robo Shop. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's old toys. Oh, these look cool. These are cute. Oh, little vending machine. Look at this thing. Have you guys ever heard of these? I've never seen these. They're interesting. Crybaby Pop Mart. Little Peach Riot. And what are these guys? Huh. How much are these things? $16.99. It's actually, I thought they were going to be more. I mean, that's still expensive for like a little figure, but I was thinking it was going to be like $30. But $17, it's not too bad. What else do they have in here? It's a pilot. Oh. Interesting. Anora on Hulu in 2 weeks. Oh, nice. That's dope. Yeah, I want to see it. I was supposed to see it a few weeks ago, and it was the day I broke my arm. I was going to go to a screening that night. It was like the last screening they did before the SAG Awards, or no, it was after the SAG Awards, but it was the last screening they did before the Oscars. Like the last little push they did. Or it might have been before the SAG Awards. I can't remember. I think it was before the SAG Awards. Oh man, Ben and Jerry's. All of Ben and Jerry's. That looks good. It smells delicious. It smells really good. So there's the El Capitan Theater over there. Disney Girardly. So Disney owns this theater. If you guys aren't familiar. Looks like they're playing the Pirates of the Caribbean movies there. That's cool. I love Pirates of the Caribbean. What are your most anticipated movies this year? Huh. That's a good question. What are my most anticipated? Mission Impossible looks good. Trying to think of what else is coming out this year. Mission Impossible looks cool. Oh, that new they showed a trailer last night for the new Michael B. Jordan movie with what's it called? Sinners. It's like a horror movie by Ryan Coogler, who did Black Panther. Yeah, the new Ryan Coogler Michael B. Jordan horror movie looks pretty good. I'm okay, thank you. Yeah, it looks pretty creepy. They showed a trailer for it last night. It looks creepy. It's like a southern horror, period horror. Looks like it's set in like the 1920s, 1930s. And yeah, Ryan Coogler's awesome director, so him doing a horror is going to be interesting. Is Stunts under SAG, or do you guys have a separate guild? Any insider knowledge on them creating an official stunt branch of the Oscars before introducing category Make Cruise a stunt badge? That'd be funny if Tom Cruise is the president. That'd be cool, though. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I mean, I think if anybody were to be the president, it'd probably be like a big stunt coordinator. I know like Jack Gill's been campaigning for a long time. And then Chris O'Hara, he got the first ever stunt designer credit for Fall Guy. And I think that was to establish a category for the Oscars. So I wouldn't be surprised if someone like him does it. Which I love, which would be cool for me because I love Chris O'Hara. I've worked for him a few times over the years. Worked for him Anchorman 2, Venom, Allegiant, and then most recently on Neighbors and The Outlaws. So I've worked for him 5 times. And then, yeah, Neighbors and The Outlaws was 2 years ago. And he was the president of Stunts Unlimited, which is a big stunt group, and now he's the vice president. But yeah, no, so to answer your question, EDM, Stunts is SAG. So we are with SAG. When SAG was formed, it was originally stunt people and actors. That was like the only 2 membership groups. And then over the years, we brought on extras and background. And then when we merged with AFTRA, that's when all the newscasters and dancers joined in with SAG. But originally, SAG was actors and stunt people. That was like the two groups. Arm fully healed, now leg injury. I know. Reminds me when 2 weeks after finally healing right leg from body surf and wipeout, injured left leg. I did two other teams walking a stick. Yeah. Luckily, my foot's not too bad. Like, I'm still limping a little bit, but it's feeling better today. Yesterday, though, I was limping a lot. It happened Friday. It's like an old injury. I like pulled it 10 years ago when I was in Vegas, and it acts up every once in a while, and running after this dog made it act up. Like, I should not have been sprinting cold, with no warm-up after a dog. But, I was trying to save this dog. It was, didn't want him to get hit by a car. But, we saw some cars going after it, so we figured it was the owners. So, it is what it is. I'll be okay. Luckily, my legs my legs feeling better. Thankfully, my arm's feeling way better. Like, look at this. I got most of my. That doesn't even really hurt. I got to be careful though with lifting. It's still like It's still healing though. It's not perfect. Like, I can still feel like it's a little off. Like, it doesn't feel like fully healed, but the fact that I can move it, so happy. After like 3 weeks of not being able to move it. Luke Oakley, Mission Impossible is all about the stunts now. Maybe Tom Cruise can pull some strings, promote stunts, get in known categories. Yeah. I hope he does. There's a big push right now. Like, I mean, they've been trying to for like 20 years, but since the Fall Guy, they've been really pushing. Okay, thank you. Since the Fall Guy, they've been really pushing it. Occupational hazard, constant healing. That's the truth, Luke. Definitely always healing. That is the truth for sure. Somehow, though, I've managed to get through 15 years of stunts without breaking a bone. And then my first major break of a bone I wasn't even doing stunts. I was like on my scooter, and a car stopped short in front of me, and I went over the handlebars. But luckily, it's not that bad of a break. It's only been, it'll be 3 weeks Tuesday, and I'm mostly healed. That's what the doctor said. He said it's going to be 2 to 3 weeks before I feel okay, and then probably 8 weeks before I can do heavy lifting again. So I got another 4 or 5 weeks before I can really go back hard on it. Still got to be careful. So yes, the Chinese theater. That's where I saw Mickey 17 last night. Yeah, here we got the posters here. So yeah, Naomi Aki, she's really good. And then Steven Yeun, there he is. He's really good. Toni Collette, she's really good. There's another actress in this that she's not on the poster. She's really good there too. She plays another one of the she's an agent, and there's another agent that's really good in this. But yeah, good movie. Yeah, if you guys are new to the stream, been here a few times, but this is where all the famous handprints and footprints are. The Chinese theater. One of my favorite spots in Hollywood. Really cool to walk through here and look at all the signatures and footprints and handprints. A lot of cool history here. Oh, look, here we got John Wayne. Sid, there are not enough words. John Wayne, 1950. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. Or Steven Seagal. Not a big fan of Steven Seagal. So, a lot of stunt people don't really like Steven Seagal because he had a reputation in the 90s of hurting stunt people because he wouldn't hold back. He would actually hit stunt people and flip them over and do joint locks, break people's arms. So he got a really, really bad reputation with stunt people, Steven Seagal. There's Billy Crystal, 2019. Everybody's favorite Oscar host to this day. Ethan Hawke. Love Ethan Hawke. Really good actor. Kevin Smith. Hey, Silent Bob. 2019. This must have been when they did the new Silent Bob. 6 years ago. There's Jason Mewes. Yeah, this must have been the new Jay and Silent Bob movie premiere. Lily Tomlin, 2022. Met her before during the strike. Her and Jane Fonda. They came by her picket line during the strike. Michael Bay, Stunt. The stunt goat here. Stunt movie goat. Stunt movie director. Stunt category being organized before an official stunt branch is crazy and unprecedented. Why I'm questioning the 28 Oscar launch. Yeah, that is interesting. That's interesting. Knock on wood, man, never broke a bone. That's not easy. I know, right? Knock on wood. For sure. What's your thoughts on Mickey 17? Heard it's quite a tonal mess. Gonna watch it Wednesday. Biggest fan of Steven Seagal. Yeah, I totally. He is his biggest fan. Yeah, I like Mickey 17. It's definitely a weird movie. It's weird sci-fi dark comedy, but I'm into stuff like that. It makes you think, trying to figure out what kind of themes it's trying to show and trying to understand what the movie's about. Yeah, I really liked it. I thought Robert Pattinson's really, really good in it. He's a phenomenal actor. I'm really happy he's getting a lot of cool roles these days. Because after Twilight, he had his typecast, as Edward. Not a lot of people wanted to cast him and stuff. Can you think of any good non-traditional, non-action films that show good stunts? Heard podcast how Desperate Housewives had a stunt double for elder actress Kieran Pad, Outman and Wheelbarrow. Anything else subtle? Yeah, so EDM. That's a really interesting point you brought up because that is true. Like a lot of people, when they think of stunts, they think of just like action and thrillers, stuff that you think of with stunts. But almost every TV show and movie has stunts to some extent. Whether it's just a simple fight scene, a little slapstick gag. Somebody falls over, they trip. Even like running down the sidewalk, sometimes they'll use a stunt double if it's like an older actor that can't run too well, or if they have to run through like traffic, or sometimes just to help the actor out where they don't want to wear him out. They'll have a stunt double do that. And regardless too, usually if there's like somebody running, usually the stunt coordinator is there to supervise. We call that like actor action, when it's just actors doing stuff, but you don't really need a stunt double, but you still need a stunt coordinator there to make sure they're safe. Anything by water. So like whenever you're shooting by water, like even a pool, like lakes, ocean, but even a pool, you need like a stunt coordinator and a water safety, at least one water safety person in the pool or in the lake. Usually it's a lake or ocean, but you can even have water safety in the pool. And that's just in case anybody falls in, you can rescue them. And that's just required for insurance reasons a lot of the times. Even if you're not shooting in the water, if you're around the water, you have to have a water safety team, which are like technically stunts water safety. Like sometimes they'll be on a stunt contract, sometimes they have their own contract. But no, you're right. Stunts can be really, really subtle. Like anything just like a slap, like a little slap across the face. Stunt coordinator will be there to help keep the actors safe, show them how to do it for camera. Yeah, a lot of things you don't really think of as stunts could be stunts, 100%. But to answer your question, movies that aren't a traditional stunt movie, good example is Home Alone. So Home Alone 1 and 2, the slapstick stunts in those movies are crazy. The guys who doubled Harry and Lloyd went really, really hard on some of those falls, like the big Pratt falls, the big like fall down the stairs, slipping on the ice. Some of those are pretty intense falls. They really committed to those. But yeah, no, comedy movies can have some of the most difficult stunts, just because like a lot of times comedy, they want things big and over the top because it's funnier. So sometimes the gnarliest stunts are on comedy films. Actually, like a lot of the time it's on comedy films, which you never think. You wouldn't think of stunts in comedy, but that goes all the way back to the Three Stooges, which were like the original, some of the OG slapstick performers. They fell down a lot doing the Three Stooges.
They're trying to figure.
Oh, here's a cool one over here. Christopher Nolan, one of my favorite directors, Christopher Nolan. I want to work on one of his movies very badly. I heard Christopher Nolan's movie, The New Odyssey, they're shooting in May here in LA, and hopefully I can work on it. We'll see. I've worked for the stunt coordinator before on Red Notice, but probably every stunt person in LA is trying to work on the Odyssey, so we'll see if I can get on. I emailed the stunt coordinator, sent him my updated resume and stunt reel. He was like, "Oh, thanks for sending it to me. I'll get you on the list of, But I'm probably one out of 500 people on his list, so we'll see. It'd be nice to work on it, though. Excuse me. But if I could work on the Odyssey, like that'd be a bucket list project for sure. Like working on a Nolan movie, especially like a movie like the Odyssey, which would be like epic as hell. That'd be cool. But yeah, no, they're filming in LA. I think for a month in May. Um, Probably out in the desert or something. They're filming. I don't know where they're filming, but right now they're in Morocco. But they're coming to LA in May. So even though predicted Taurus, I'm still here too. Pull off the Best Actress upset win. Madison Nora won. Realized how much my heart wanted more this upset win. Yeah, I know. Same. The Substance. Yeah, The Substance was a really cool movie. They overlook horror a lot in the Oscars. Substance Oscar nom success is one of the craziest ever. Horror finally being at least partially embraced. Yeah, totally agree. Christopher Nolan will make some crazy cool version of Odyssey. Such a cool project for him. Totally agree. No, I'm excited to see that because, yeah, Nolan hasn't really done like a period piece like that, like ancient history period. Like closest thing to period was like The Prestige, which I love The Prestige, and that's period. You know, it's like early 1900s, late 1800s, but he's never done anything like old, like ancient history old. So seeing his version of Odyssey is going to be cool, but I hope I can work on it. That'd be fucking dope. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll probably email the stunt coordinator again when it gets a little closer to May. Maybe in April. We might shoot him an email in April. I don't like to email people like unless I have a reason to, so I might shoot some sword stuff, send it, because they want people that can do swords, and I can do swords. I don't have much sword footage. I have a little bit, which I sent to them, but maybe I'll get together with some people and shoot a little sword fight and send it to them. That'd be a good reason to email him. And yeah, the stunt coordinator is a man named George Cottle, who is another person I would expect to be on the Oscar board for stunts, because he's a very prolific stunt coordinator as well. He's done a lot of Christopher Nolan's movies. He drove the Batmobile in the Batman movies for Nolan. He did Deadpool 3, so the most recent Deadpool, George Cottle coordinated. And then he stunt coordinated a lot of the Tom Holland Spider-Mans. So he's a big-time stunt coordinator. So someone like him would probably be in the Oscar committee for stunts as well. How does a traditional stuntman audition process from traditional acting process? So stunts, we don't really audition too much. That's the hard thing with stunts, is the opportunities to audition are pretty rare. They do happen. Sometimes they do an open call for like a big stunt scene. They just want to see how people can perform. But a lot of it's just, word of mouth, building a resume, building up reel and your reputation. That's the hard thing about stunts, is you don't get much opportunity to audition. And I feel like it's even harder these days because of liability reasons. So if there is a stunt audition, a lot of times it's not big stunts. It's just, they want to see how you can do fight choreography, which, you're not that likely to get hurt doing fight choreography. It can happen. But sometimes they just want to see how you can move, make sure you can memorize choreography, and you can... every fight choreographer is different too. Like every fight choreographer has a different style. So a lot of times they want to make sure you can kind of pick up on their style, follow their instructions. Yeah, every fight choreographer I've worked for is different. Like they like different things, like that's how they build their signature as a fight choreographer, is they develop their style. And then with acting auditions, that's like how you get the job, is auditioning for acting, unless you're a big time actor, and then they just offer stuff to you. But with stunts, it's really hard to get a chance to audition for something. A lot of times you just have to build that reputation yourself. Love The Prestige. Troy was a pretty good movie. Yeah, Troy was fucking dope. I love Troy. That's a good movie. Troy is a great movie for sure. Chad Stahelski, John Wick should be on the panel. I agree. He probably will be too. Yeah, I'd be surprised. Like, if I were to guess people who would be on it, it'd probably be Chad Stahelski, George Cottle, Chris O'Hara, probably Jack Gill, David Leitch. David Leitch should probably be on it too. He's been campaigning for Oscars. He directed The Fall Guy, David Leitch. Also, he directed John Wick with Chad Stahelski, the first one. Then they kind of split ways, started doing their own things. But yeah, it'd probably be David Leitch, Chad Stahelski, Chris O'Hara, Jack Gill, Andy Armstrong. Andy Armstrong, I'm a big fan of. He's retired too now, so he has time to do Oscar. Andy Armstrong, I'm pretty sure, is an Academy member, because there are stunt coordinators that are Academy members, just no category. But like they'll invite like people with established careers. They've I don't know what the right word is, like distinguished careers. They'll invite people into the Academy even without a category, like stunt people. Like there's a few stunt people in the Academy, and I'm pretty sure Andy Armstrong's one of them. And he's a big he like coordinated the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies, which were all practical effects. He wanted to do everything like old school silent film style with Andrew Garfield with those Spider-Mans. Directors are primarily female, or stunt casting directors primarily male. Oh, casting directors are primarily female. Yeah, they are. Yeah, no. So we don't really have stunt casting directors. It's stunt coordinators, and their job is to oversee the stunt department, hire stunt people, design the stunts, work with the director to achieve their vision, do everything safely, rent out equipment. They come out with a budget, and then they have to go and get quotes for equipment, hire stunt riggers, a safety team. And yeah, they're primarily male. There are some women stunt coordinators, and there's more of them these days than there used to be. But yeah, stunts is a very male-driven business for sure. Yeah, so fucking loud. So loud over here. That's Hollywood, though. But yeah, no, there's some women stunt coordinators that are more than there used to be. There's Shauna Duggins. She has won a few Emmys, 1 or 2 Emmys. I think she's won 1 for Glow. Jess Harbeck is another one. I already said Shauna Duggins. Melissa Stubbs. Melissa Stubbs is another woman stunt coordinator. She's actually in the group Stunts Unlimited, which is mainly men, and it has been for a while, but they're trying to let more women in Stunts Unlimited, so she's a member of Stunts Unlimited. Melissa Stubbs. Mallory Thompson. She's my generation. She's younger. She's been stunt coordinating. Who else? Oh, Heidi Moneymaker. Duh. So Heidi Moneymaker, one of the top stunt women in the business for a long time, and now she's kind of focused more on coordinating rather than performing, but she doubled Scarlett Johansson and the Avengers. She doubled Michelle Rodriguez in Fast and Furious. She's done a lot. She was the top stunt woman for years and years and years. Like when I first started out, she was the number 1 stunt woman. And then her sister, Renee Moneymaker, her younger sister, who's closer to my age, she's like a few years older than me, but she's my generation, was Jennifer Lawrence's stunt double. for all the Hunger Games movies. That's how I got to know her. And Renee Moneymaker's been stunt coordinating as well, along with her sister. So they are definitely on their way up right now. They just did the last Captain America movie, and then they did. I'm trying to think of what else they did before that. They did Captain America. They did Hawkeye, the TV show Hawkeye, the Marvel TV show. Yeah, there's another. Mary Albee is another woman stunt coordinator. There's another. What's her name? Blanking on her name. There's another woman stunt coordinator too. I know. John Wick 1 deserved Best Cinematography Oscar nomination, but 2 being film's Oscar nom is coming extremely where. Yeah, I agree. I agree it deserved Best Cinematography. It's very, very innovative cinematography in John Wick 1. The way it moved with the action and moved with the music. Really, really cool. And I love the coloring too in John Wick. How good and bad did Once Upon a Time in Hollywood show an insider's view of stunts as a profession? Brad Pitt became the first to win Oscar for portraying a stunt actor, right? Yeah, he did. So, yeah, he won an Oscar for portraying a stuntman. Pretty sure he's the first. I can't really think of any other Oscar award-winning role. But yeah, no. As far as his portrayal, though, it was very good. I loved Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I thought there's a lot of good scenes. So the scene in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood where Leonardo DiCaprio is trying to convince the stunt coordinator played by what's his name? What's the stunt coordinator's name? And it's his wife is the stunt coordinator. Zoe Bell is the coordinator, and then what's his name? He's in The Thing and Escape from LA. My brain is not working today. Anyways, that scene where he's trying to get him a job on his show, and he's trying to talk him into it, and he's like, "Oh, I got my guys already." That's pretty common where you're trying to get a job, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, I already got my guys. Thanks for coming by." That was very, very true, and going through dry spells in your career is very true for sure. But Cliff Booth was going through a dry spell in his career. And the whole relationship with Cliff Booth and Rick Dalton, that still exists today. There's some stunt doubles that are very close with their actors, like Jack Black's stunt double, Jimmy Waitman. They're very close. They work together a lot. Good friends. Adam Hart doubled Gosling for a long time. Renee Moneymaker, who I was talking about earlier, she doubled Jennifer Lawrence for a long time. They're close. Brie Larson's double, Joanna Bennett, who's a friend of mine. They're very close. So it still does exist today, but back then it was more of a thing where almost every actor had a stunt double that they'd work with, back in the day. And they'd stay in touch and be like, "Hey, it's my double's information." And it still happens today. I've had a couple actors do that for me. I'm trying to get some more actors to do that for me. There's some actors I've doubled before that I really want to be written in their contract. That's the goal, because if you're in their contract, you're on their You're with them for every movie. Um, like I'd love to be able to be in Jesse Plemons' contract. I've doubled him before. And I tried doubling him on a few movies since, but most of the movies he's done, he hasn't needed stunt people. Like Killers of the Flower Moon, I tried to get on that. They didn't need a stunt double for him on Killers of the Flower Moon. But I'm hoping to get the chance to double him again in the near future. Good guy, though. He's really cool. Fun to work with, Jesse Plemons. Doubled him once on American Made, and then I did a scene with him on Jungle Cruise. I wasn't a stunt double, though. But I did do a scene with him, and very nice dude. And, yeah, he remembered me when I doubled him, too. He was like, oh, good to see you, man. Very humble guy. Brilliant actor, too. It's been over 20 minutes since you reminded me to like and subscribe. The YouTube average is like every 12 minutes. Remember the algorithm, Barry HBO. I know, right? EDM, I'm bad about the algorithm thing. So yeah, like and subscribe. I don't think I've mentioned it once this whole stream. But yeah, good idea. Like and subscribe. Yeah, check this car out. I think that's a Skyline. Got that camber on it. Look at that. Got the stance out front. That's cool. Nice Skyline. Brad Pitt jumping from roof to roof to fix the push overdue narrative. Hard. Wanted to scream. Yo, so that whole scene too when he's jumping from roof to roof. I love that because my background is before I got into driving, my background is parkour. I used to do a lot of parkour when I was younger, in like high school. And that's what I did getting into stunts was parkour. And then quickly realized when I started doing stunts that I'd have a better career if I focused on other stunts, not just parkour. So I kind of transitioned away from parkour and wanted to learn fights, falls, wire work, stunt driving, just like all the classic stunt stuff, you know, and not because there's already like a team of parkour specialists out here that were doing every parkour scene you could think of in the early 2000s, like 2010. It's like I started in 2009, but yeah, like it's this group Tempest Free Running, and they're all very, very talented. But they got into the business around 2007, 2008, right before I did, and they were like the premier free running team. They still are in LA. They're the premier team out here. But I quickly realized, I was like, okay, those guys are getting all the work with parkour, so I need to figure out something else to do. So yeah, I just focused on being a good all-around stunt performer, you know, like fights, falls, started to learn how to act, and my goal is just to be a good performer. You know, throw me into a scene, I can play a part, do dialogue, do a fight, fall down. And then when I started to learn how to drive, I really fell in love with driving and wanted to be known as a driving specialist. But it's still a good overall stunt guy. Because, yeah, there's the pool for driving specialists isn't as big as, say, like martial arts. And a lot of drivers, there's a few drivers that are good at other stunts, like fights and falling down, stuff like that. But there's not too many. So I'm one of the few really good drivers that's also a really good all-around performer as well. There's a few of us, though. I'm not the only one, but that pool's kind of small. So not a bad thing to be known for. You know, I can drive a car fast, slide it around, not hurt anybody, and then also I can act, can fight, can do a good stunt scene too, you know. Because I got more known as a stunt performer before driving. It took me a while for people to think of me as a driver in the industry, which I was okay with because I didn't want to jump into driving too fast because driving's very dangerous. You know, you can kill somebody. So I just wanted to learn, you know. I didn't want people to be offering me jobs or anything right off the bat. I wanted to take my time. So crazy Pitt swept that award season. Studio pushed the overdue narrative hard. Yeah, it is crazy. Yeah, they push that narrative super hard. Probably A minor, not like us, LA's most popular song of LA, 2 years and still playing on the streets. I know, right? Crazy. I know, especially after the Super Bowl. They're bumping that song again hard. I know, it's funny. Once upon a time in Hollywood, there's Musso and Frank Grill. It's the scene where Leonardo and Brad Pitt have lunch with Al Pacino. There's a nice little sunset view of the boulevard. Is this? Oh, Leonard Nimoy. I love Leonard Nimoy. Live along the crossroad. Oh, the Chappelle Roan. Do you guys like Chappelle Roan? I haven't heard much of her music. I know she's like really popular right now. I need to listen to some of her songs. MD Sohan. Hey, how are you? I'm Sohan. Yeah, what's up, Sohan? Doing good, man. Just walking around here in Hollywood, just enjoying the weather. Talking about movies and stunts. I'm a stuntman. How Lady Gaga wanted to be an actress and only pursued music to break into business. Yeah, that is. I forgot she wanted to be an actress before music. That's pretty crazy to think about. Um, that is wild. Um, she's a good actress. But no, you're right. I totally forgot about that. Because, yeah, she did like reality TV and stuff before her music career took off. That is pretty crazy. My songwriting style has changed from pop rock to emo rap, and rap has its own style to get respect. Oh, you're a songwriter, EDM? I didn't know that. That's dope. That's really, really cool. Got a lot of respect for songwriters. That is not easy. So here's Musa and Frank Grill, as seen in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's where they get lunch with Al Pacino, and then Brad Pitt gives that, Leo's like, oh, I'm washed up, old buddy. And Brad Pitt's like, don't cry in front of the Mexicans. That's where that scene was. Good scene, really funny. I'm saying from Bangladesh that I wanted to go there and get married. Oh, cool. You're from Bangladesh? Yeah, you got to come out. That guy's really good. Yeah, you got to come out here, Sohan. Chappelle Roan is an awesome performer. Discovered her watching Coachella YouTube stream. Nice. She seems really cool. I need to see more of her stuff. But no, I've been seeing her a lot lately. She's been getting a lot of buzz lately. But yeah, she seems really cool though. Well, can you go there from Bangladesh? I think you can get here from Bangladesh. I'm in the USA. I'm in California, Los Angeles. She's an early indie Katy Perry. That sounds dope, EDM. It's cool. That's really cool. Sometimes it hurts. The guy was really good. The homeless man playing guitar. He's good. Very talented. He has a nice voice. Most dangerous stunt you did in 15 years? I get that question a lot. I mean, doing a high fall to a pretty small pad, that was pretty dangerous. Did like 25-foot high fall into like not that big of a pad. It should have been bigger. I was pretty early in my career, but it was like maybe the size of this. Like this little bit of sidewalk from like maybe up there to fall in this pad. And if you miss, you're going to the concrete, and I was a little close to missing because I did it twice perfectly. I was supposed to be like filming over a bridge, and then I fall from the bridge. And they were going to CGI the bridge in. And the director was like, "Oh, can you do it with one arm?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Instead of two, I was holding with two hands, the camera. Tied it with one hand, but I didn't think about only having one arm out. That changed my trajectory just a little bit. When you're high up, just a little bit, it gets bigger and bigger the further you go down. So I landed right on the edge of the pad, and it was a little close. But then after that, I adjusted and did it again and landed right in the middle of the pad. But I definitely had to kind of tune it out because they wanted to do it another take. So I was just like, all right, let's go. I didn't almost just die. Let's go. And then other than that, I did a car stunt on Peanut Butter Falcon that doesn't look dangerous, but it wasn't dangerous for me, but it was dangerous for the performers because I had to slide a Trans Am doubling the character Saltwater Redneck on Peanut Butter Falcon. I slid a Trans Am up to Shia LaBeouf and Dakota Johnson and Zach Gottsagen, which are the three actors in the Peanut Butter Falcon. But yeah, I had to slide a car up to them in the dirt, right up to them, like, slide it up, get that nice, like, call it a 90-degree slide, flying 90. And on dirt, it's tricky, it's really easy to overshoot that. But, I felt good about it and did a great job, But it's one of those things, if you mess up, you could get hurt them, which is not good. So music festivals being live streamed has made me never attend live. I mean, I don't have to waste hours of money, travel, hospitality, press pause whenever. No, it's really cool, EDM. Actually, I have a VR headset, and I want to check out some of those festivals on VR. That'd be cool. YouTube live stream Coachella 3+ years ago. How I discovered Billie Eilish months later. She swept the Grammys. Similar happened with Chappelle Roan. Same with Sabrina Carpenter. That's cool. I've known about Billie Eilish a while. I've definitely liked her for a long time. I forget when I first heard about her, though. It might have been when she did the song for Spectre. Yeah, I think it was Spectre, right? The James Bond song she did. But yeah, I think that's when I first heard of her. She was like, this had to be like 2019, maybe. I forget when Spectre came out. Watched a couple clips of District B13 late. Yo, District B13, that's one of my favorite action movies ever. Awesome stuff. Actually, I met David Bell back in 2008, he's in that movie. He's the founder of Parkour. He went to New York for a New Yorker Festival, 2008. So I flew to New York. I was in art school. I flew to New York for the weekend just to go meet him. And it was really cool. Because I had some friends in New York that were organizing it. I used to be really involved with the parkour community. Man, you got all your teeth. That's all that matters. I know, right? I do have all my teeth. Got to wear a mouthpiece. So if you do a big stunt, you're supposed to wear a mouthpiece. I don't always wear a mouthpiece though, which is not good, but you're supposed to. Store is a parkour group from the UK. One of the guys says fake. Damn, I didn't know that. I know who Store is. That's crazy. Yeah, no, I used to be obsessed with parkour, and I haven't followed it too much, but Store's been around a long time. I saw Michael Bay has a documentary coming out about Store. Oh, it looks really cool. But no, Store is legit. They're incredible. Very, very good. But yeah, I didn't know one of them has fake front teeth. That's terrible. I can see how it can happen, though. When I was doing parkour, I got a concussion. I was like 18. I was doing like, the Kongs. You dive, and it was nighttime. I was down in Florida. So I was like diving, doing this big Kong. You dive out. And I didn't check the surface before I should have. And there was skating wax on the surface. So when I hit it, I slipped. I just went face first into the concrete. And that's the worst concussion I've ever had, was that. Luckily, I didn't have like a brain bleed or anything. But I was a little loopy for a couple days. I had like vertigo for a week after. Actors are told to say yes to any particular skill. Hooper called out Eddie Redmayne on first day of shooting for not knowing how to ride a horse. Any similar stories in stunts, or is that just danger? I mean, yeah, it does happen with stunt people too. A lot of times, new stunt people they'll lie about their skill sets because they want the job, and sometimes they get in a bad situation, which is not good. That's like when you're getting the stunts, every established stunt performer and coordinator will tell you, don't lie about your skill level, because that's the easiest way to get like completely screwed in your career. I won't say blacklisted. I've known people who have come back from that. It's not easy though. But no, if you lie about your skill set and you look like an idiot on set because you don't know how to do something you said you could do, it's not good. And it happens with actors though too. Riding a horse is a good one. A lot of actors are like, oh yeah, I can ride a horse, and I've actually seen an actor fall off of a horse on set. Luckily, he was okay. I think he had a sword on. I think the sword cut him a little bit. He had to get stitches, but yeah, he fell off. He wasn't even during a take. It was like he was resetting. He was turning the horse around, and he fell off the horse. It was like a period battle movie scene. He just took them out in one video, and I was shocked, man. Yeah, that's crazy. I'll have to look that up. Now, they do some intense moves, Store. They're wild. Absolutely wild. I never did anything that crazy when I was doing parkour, but I did a few crazy things. Nothing like what they do, though. They're insane. Next level. Next level for sure. The Office clip of Michael and Dwight doing parkour is an all-time funny clip. I know. It is funny. So when I was actually doing parkour a lot, it was right when that came out, and I used to get that all the time because when I first started doing parkour, it was 2006, around 2006, and I was in high school, and nobody knew what the fuck parkour was. Like, nobody had ever heard of it, so people would see me doing stuff and practicing. They just thought I was some crazy dude climbing on stuff. And then The Office came out, that episode. I want to say probably 2007, because I remember when that came out, all of a sudden people started yelling at me on the street. They'd go, parkour, 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 parkour. So when that episode came out, people knew what parkour was. That was like a lot of America's first introduction to parkour. I found out about it through the internet. Like, I just stumbled across it on the internet, found like a community, started Met a few people in Atlanta that did it too. There's only like 2 or 3 of us. We started teaching each other. Very early days. Really early days. It was bigger in England at the time. Not many people in America. And then it just grew and grew and grew and grew. But I first saw it, though. I didn't know it was called parkour, but I first saw it. It was a Nike commercial with David Bell. And then there was another one with Sebastian Foucan, who are the 2 founders of like parkour and free running, essentially. And the Nike one with Sebastian Foucan's a famous one where he's chasing a chicken, or a chick. I think he's chasing a chicken, and he's doing parkour trying to catch this chicken. And then the David Bell one, I forget what the commercial was about, but it's like him in his hometown. He's like jumping like platform to platform and stuff. And I just remember I thought it was like the coolest commercial ever. But I just thought they were like stunt people. I didn't realize they were doing a sport. And then I found out about the sport a few years later, just surfing the internet. Because like at the time I was really into rock climbing. I'd climb buildings for fun. And then I found out there was a sport called bouldering. And I was looking at bouldering stuff. And there was a website called Toronto Bouldering and Parkour. And I was like, what's parkour? And I started looking at it. I was like, oh, it's this stuff I saw in those commercials. That's cool. And then started learning about it. And I was like, oh, this seems cool. I want to try it. So I just started teaching myself. And then met up with people, and the rest is history. And then we used to travel up and down the East Coast a lot too. We'd go to Virginia, go to New York. Met a lot of people in New York doing parkour. A lot of people in DC, Maryland area, Florida. I used to go to Florida a lot, Alabama. I never made it out to California though when I was doing parkour, but went all up and down the East Coast. I was very involved with the East Coast parkour community back then. They should call it Jackie Chan for beginners. I know, right? Did South Park do a parkour episode scene, or is this what I'm thinking? Yeah, no. So EDM, it's you're thinking of American Dad. American Dad did a parkour scene. And it was actually like a direct parody of the parkour scene from District B13, which we were talking about earlier. Which, if you haven't seen District B13, not much of a plot, but the action in it is incredible. The 2 stars are David Bell, who founded parkour, and then Cyril Raffaelli, who is a very talented French stuntman. He's like the French Jackie Chan, essentially. Amazing acrobat, amazing martial artist. So they're the 2 stars, and they try to do as much stunts as they could without wires. Like, they used wires a little bit for a few shots, but majority of the stuff in the stunts you see, there's no safety wires or anything. I think it came out in 2004, 2005. But yeah, 2 really incredible performers, and that was probably at their peak athletically. Like, they had to be like maybe late 20s when they filmed that, early 30s. I think maybe Cyril Raffaelli was early 30s. David Bell was maybe 28, 29, probably around there. Awesome movie. They remade it with Paul Walker, which is not good, called Brick Mansions. It's Paul Walker and David Bell. And they remade it like 10 years later. It's called Brick Mansions. But I never saw Brick Mansions, but it looks stupid. I didn't really want to see it because the original one's like it's one of my favorite action movies ever. As far as pure action. TV is different from film stunts aside from budget. Yep. Opening sequence of Casino Royale had a lot of crazy parkour. But yeah. So I was already doing parkour when that movie came out. And I saw that movie mainly because Sebastian Foucan, who was in that chicken commercial I was talking about, he's one of the founders of free running. He wanted to use the term free running. David Bell was parkour. But so Sebastian Foucan played that part. And then it was also an awesome movie. And then I was like, oh yeah, Daniel Craig's the shit. And I became a big fan of Daniel Craig as James Bond. The whole reason I went to go see that movie is I knew there was parkour in it. Because, the whole community was going crazy about that movie. Casino Royale had a great port. Yeah. No, that scene's incredible. Yeah, I love that scene. Like the whole crane, the jumping crane to crane, and I love the part too where we call it an underbar, where you run and jump and you go through. It goes through the little window, and then Daniel Craig busts through the wall. That's an awesome scene. Casino Royale has some of my favorite stunt work in it. So I loved it. It was like exciting, but it's grounded. It's like a little realistic, but still exciting, you know. Like Casino Royale is probably my favorite Craig movie, and then Skyfall after that, and then I actually haven't seen the newest one that came out a couple years ago. I need to see it. I never saw that one. Tomorrow, Never Say Die, I think it was called. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap the stream up. I got to work on my audition. Probably taping it later tonight, tomorrow. But yeah, good stream. Nice to chat with you guys, and I'll be streaming again very soon. Trying to get a good routine going. So appreciate you guys for coming on. You know, be sure to like and subscribe, all that jazz. Yeah, I'll be doing more of these for sure. But yeah, you guys have a good night, and yeah, you too, EDM. Have a good one. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace. Thanks, Luke. Be blessed too. Appreciate that. All right, have a good night.